And on today's video, I'm finally going to be showing my face. And the topic of today is I'm going to be telling you guys about my wholesaling real estate schedule and what is it that I do. That way you guys can kind of implement it and do the same things that I'm doing. So my schedule is basically Monday through Friday, sometimes Saturday. I cold call from 9. Well, I wake up at 9 and I try to get on the phone at 10 and I finish off around 4 p.m. from Monday through Saturday. On Sundays, I never call because I need some refreshments. I need to energize again. I need to rest. So I never call on a Sunday. Sometimes I don't call on a Saturday, but I always cold call from Monday through Friday. From 9, I wake up. At 10, I'm on the dollar, and I finish off at 4 p.m. So yeah, what am I doing during that time, right? Because I think that's like 8 hours, right? Or not, right? How long is that?
8 hours.
Yeah, that's pretty long. So what I really do is just I spend my time on the dollar and just picking up calls after calls. I also go ahead and follow up with some leads that I've spoke to previously that said they were interested and just wanted some time, or for whatever reason they were just busy, and I'm trying to reach out to them again to let them know that I'm still interested in making my offer. So what I have here today is I have my dialer. This is exactly how I would be every single morning, and I have my CRM right here. So what I would just do is, I still want to put my face right here. So what I just do is I get on my dialer and I simply just start cold calling. I enter one of my campaigns and it starts ringing and I start speaking with people, and it's pretty dope. Like, I just start getting yeses or nos. A lot of nos. I probably get like 100 nos in a day, and then I'll get like one yes, which honestly that's really good news for me, at least if I got one yes. And so after that, if someone has told me yes, what I simply do is I go ahead and put them in my CRM and I put them in qualify more. Usually if they are telling me that they're ready to sell, then when I put them in hot and so on, warm and cold. But if we touch base and then they need to do something else or like they're busy, I would just put them on qualify more. That way I can reach out to them in probably like 2 days to really try to figure out what their situation is and if they're really willing to sell at a low price. So that's for the qualify more. Then after I'm doing my cold calling, I sit on my desk and I literally just cold call for a long period of time. And then here and there, I start doing my follow-ups, which these are my follow-ups right here. Let me just stay right here. My follow-ups are right here. Everybody in qualifier, hot, warm, cold, lost, and even in the future. Typically, I don't really focus on these as much because this only requires my attention one time every month, once a month. So I really don't focus on that. But I do all my follow-ups, and it's everyone that's in the qualifying more, hot and warm, and I just reach out to them and I ask them if they would consider an offer, if how they're feeling about the offer, if they're ready to move forward, and I just reach out with them and just try to touch base with them on that. So yeah, and once I reach out to them, I just, in my CRM, I open up the contact individually, and I just write the activity. So if I reach out to them and they don't pick up, I just simply do voicemail and just save it as voicemail. Simple. If you guys want to know what I'm using, I did another video previously about what CRM I'm using, and it's called Trello. It's free and it's really great, especially if you're just a one-man job. So yeah, I just put voicemail if they didn't pick up, because it went right to voicemail. If I do end up talking to them, then I just edit what we spoke about here. Like, for instance, they're like, oh, my daughter's actually going to buy the house and I'm not looking to sell no more. I'll make sure that I write that here. And I'll save it. That way I know when exactly. Because see, when you save it, it says a few seconds ago. I'll just keep track of when things happen. Or if I actually reach out to them, they pick up, they tell me that, yeah, they are still looking to sell, but just not ready yet. I'll actually reach out to them again in 2 weeks. So I just go right over to dates and I just click on 2 weeks from that date. And then simply, once I click on that, it saves it. And I'll have it right here, ready for June 1st. And it'll give me Trello gives me a nice little red reminder that it's time to actually reach out to them. So that's pretty cool. And as you can see, all the red ones are the ones that have been overdue, meaning that they're either due today or it's been a while and I had to do them. So yeah, I go through all my CRMs, everything in my CRM, I check that out, I follow up, and I call them over here on my dialer. I reach out to them. After that, I continue to cold call until around 3, 4. Usually, I take a little break, but it's probably like 30-minute break where I just get some water, freshen up, get a banana or something, and I continue cold calling. And yeah, I just do this at home. It's simple as that. All you gotta do is get a dialer. There's plenty of dialers out there. You can simply go onto Google and just do a quick little search for dialers. If you don't like call tools, I have made a previous video of how you can set up your campaign and call tools, and that's very helpful if you guys want to check that out. Oops, sorry about that. There's another dialer called Mojo, which is pretty great, but they're overly expensive. Mojo dialer, they're overly expensive. So yeah, in this video I'm just telling you guys that my marketing is literally just cold calling. You need a dialer though for this, because you don't want to be hand dialing each number individually. It's going to take so much time. So yeah, why Mojo dialer customers leave to call tools? Very true, because call tools just has more things. Mojo, it only calls out three people at a time, which, considering the new Trace Act law, you're gonna only be able to call that amount of people. But the good thing about call tools, on the other hand, is that you can actually get inbound calls and you can text at the same time. So you can text your leads and you can get inbound calls, meaning if they're reaching out to you and they're calling you, you can actually pick it up. Whereas with Mojo, you cannot. It only calls them, and if they call you back, there's really no picking up. You can't pick up a call from them. You can only reach out to them, which kind of sucks, because a lot of times people call me back and then we actually continue the conversation there. So I don't recommend Mojo, but it's a good one if, you know, you're willing to sacrifice those features. So there's Mojo call tools. There's Zen Call. That is another one that's pretty expensive in my opinion, and they actually want you to pay upfront, so you can't pay like $150 or $110 like other dialers. You have to pay for 3 months, so like $450 for the whole 3 months, which is a lot of cash to throw down at once. So I don't know if you guys want to do that. Also, they're Canadian-based company, so they're not really going to be on top of the Trace Act as much as other companies. So I don't recommend this one as well, but you can definitely do your own research and check that one out. Now, the other dialer that I know is Badge Dialer, which I've heard a lot of good things about them, so I might actually consider changing over to them. They have me interested right now. But the the company Badge in general, is a United States-based company, so they care a lot about the Trace Act, and they actually make sure that their customers are safe, because, you know, their company is on the line. So I really would recommend going to them. I'm not sure how much they are, but honestly, I think it would be better to get Badge Dialer, because it would just come with everything. Because Badge already comes with text blasting, it comes with the best skip tracing platform, it already comes with like its own prop stream, which it's obviously add-ons, but it's nice that you can have it all in one page, and you have your dialer there too. So that's cool. It's really expensive though to have all those features, and I believe it's probably gonna be like probably could be like $200 a month or so to have all those features. But if you just want the dialer, I'm pretty sure you could get it for like $110, $120. So that's not so bad. But yeah, this is another dialer. I really recommend this one. You can get the 7-day free trial and test it out. Aside from all those dialers, I don't really know another one. Aside from these, if you are looking for a cheaper method, I highly recommend you do REI Reply. REI Reply is a really good one as well. And the thing about this one is it doesn't call 4 or 5 people at a time like the other dollars. The other dollars call 4 or 5, 10, 12 people at a time. And then the first person that picks up is the person that you speak with. But REI Reply is only $50 a month, but it will call one person at a time. So it benefits you because it's not so expensive, so you might actually be able to afford it. You can also text with this one, and you can set up a website with this one. I made a whole video on REI Reply, so you guys can definitely check that one out. But if you're on a budget and you need $1, I recommend REI Reply. It's $50, but it only calls one person at a time, so keep that in mind. It does do a lot more things than any other one out there. So that's super dope. This does a lot more for me than any other platform out there. But I'm not using it, unfortunately, because I'm just not texting right now, and I already want a dialer that calls more. But if I was on a budget, I would recommend REI Reply, just because it has so many features. Like, you're going to be mind blown what you're getting for $50, and the price is going to be worth $500 in a few months. So I recommend you check this one out. So yeah, that's all you should be doing. Pick one of these marketing, one of these dialers. You got Call Tools, which I recommend. You got Mojo. You got Zen Call. You got Batch Dialer, and you got REI Reply. Okay, so out of those, pick which one you think fits best for you. If you want my honest opinion, which is Call Tools or Batch Dialer. And if you're on a budget where you can't pay 100 or 110 and some change a month, then just stick with REI Reply, because it's $50 a month, and it's going to be better than you hand dialing every number individually. So with that being said, after you pick your dialer, you're going to have to pick your CRM, right? Your CRM could be, I've heard a lot of CRMs, like you could use Podio. Podio is a really, really good one, but I just don't recommend Podio because I don't like it. I don't personally use it myself, but it's really organized and clean and fresh. And let me just show you guys how I had my previous Podio set up. You got this is how it looks like. You got the names and you got the times that you got to call them up at. So it's alright. I don't like it, but it's a good CRM. One thing I would mention is simple is always better, especially if you're starting. Simple is always better. So don't overpay for a CRM. Do not try to get the most robust and crazy CRM that's overly expensive and overly complicated, because it's just not worth it. Make sure you get something that's simple, low cost, and you understand, and you don't have to make such a big learning curve, because at the end of the day, this is only where you write your leads. A piece of paper can be your CRM, honestly, a piece of paper. But since we don't want a piece of paper and we have a free method, I recommend Trello 1000%. I made a video about this already, but Trello is number one, and it's just the best. Like, honestly, you can create nice little boards, and you can organize all your leads in order from who needs more qualifying, who's hot, who's warm, who's cold, lost, and who reach out in the future. It's nice and really open. REI Reply, if you are using REI Reply, they actually come with their own CRM inside, so that's pretty dope. They come with their own CRM, I believe. Yes, they do. And it's only $50 a month. So yeah, pretty much you're gonna have your CRM, and you're going to have your dialer right next to each other. And every time someone picks up the phone, you're going to ask them if they're ready to sell, if they want to sell, or would they consider an offer on that property. And if they say yes, then boom, all you got to do is put them into your CRM. Remember, your CRM should not be something crazy that's taking you forever to learn. Your CRM should be something simple, okay? Simple is better, always. After they said yes or no, if they say no, you do not put them in your CRM. If they say yes, I am looking to sell, and I'm looking to sell in a few months or whatever, you're going to put them into warm, and you're going to make sure that you put them down as someone that's actually interested in selling in a reasonable price. And then later on, you're going to go ahead and follow up with them in the future. And you continue your day, continue calling until your shift is over. So you should be calling at least 4 hours a day. At least. I would say 5 hours if you can get that. 5 hours, 6, 7. 6, 7 is kind of jagged, so just try to do 5 hours. You don't want to overwhelm yourself. So remember, cold calling using any of your favorite dialers. Doesn't have to be the one I'm using. It could be anything, but it just has to be a dialer, because you don't want to hand call them. It's going to take forever. You put them in your CRM. Everything is nice and organized. You have leads that are not going to work, so you don't put them in your CRM. You have leads that are working and are just not ready, so you're going to put them in your CRM. And you have leads that say, yeah, I want to sell, but I'm kind of busy at the bank right now, so call me later. You're going to put them into qualifying more, so you can actually qualify them more and call them back at a time that actually works for them. Okay, so it's very simple. I do this every day from Monday through Friday. Sometimes if I have nothing to do on a Saturday, I will call on a Saturday. But I never ever call on a Sunday, because we need a break. We need to relax. We need to breathe. And on Sundays is my day to actually just chill. So with that being said, thanks for watching this video, guys, and I really hope this helped you out. If you took anything from this video, I really hope that you understand that you do not need some robust, crazy expensive, or crazy looking CRM. You need something that's cheap, nice, and you understand right off the bat. The best CRM is honestly a piece of paper, a notepad, or Trello, because it's free. Okay, once you start growing your business up, then you can start getting some expensive things. But right now, keep it simple. Go straight to Trello or go straight to your notepad. Don't waste time. Or go Podio. Podio is also cheap, like $11 a month. It's also free. But I just recommend that you get something you don't need to do a lot of learning with. It's just something you want to write down. You want to remember who's important, call them back, and follow up with them. Also, pick a dollar that is affordable, fits your budget, is American based, because, you know, the Trace Act is coming into play. So you want to make sure that you're actually protected. I would recommend Call Tools or Batch Dialer. One of those two. If you're on a budget, I recommend RV Reply because it's $50 a month. With that being said, I hope this video was very clear for you guys. Keep it simple always and stay safe. I really appreciate it.